Indeed, Proximus has been a real advocate of LoRa since 3 years, and we've done that because we were answering customer demands. So at that time, 3 years ago, we made a choice for LoRa in the unlicensed spectrum. We have started deploying on 10 cities, and since then, also at the end of last year, we finalized our national coverage, national deployment, which enables now also new use cases. The use case I want to mention, because it's a use case that changed the business model of the customer, which is always a very easy way to sell a new technologies when you really change the business model of the customer. And it's the following one. It's a customer that had as business to fill residential gas tanks. And the residential people had to indeed, every time their tank was empty, had to order with the risk that they didn't have gas from a few days. And what could be changed with the LoRa sensor is that now the provider of gas could sell a utility service, a subscription-based service. So people are now buying their gas on a monthly basis instead of waiting that their tank is empty and have to fill it again. So it really changed the business case, and it's typically a good use case for LoRa because it's an outdoor use case nationwide. So our national coverage for that was also important for our customer to be able to deploy in the entire country. The awareness is improving. It depends of the industry, obviously. I think the biggest opportunity in the industry automation is still more difficult, because I think the customer are still not as mature in that industry. But indeed, the awareness is there. We're still having several proof of concept that we are going through, but now also big industrial customers on board, which is a big change compared to, let's say, 18 months ago. So we consider indeed for our customer that we want to be technology agnostic, but we realize today, it's a pity, but it's a case, that there is no single technology that fits for all use cases. And for example, on specifically meter cases, with specific attention to the electricity meter, because there is no need for the most efficient devices on power consumption, because obviously you have power available in your meter. We realized there for those big deals that the Narrowband IoT, for example, could be a very good fit. Because also there was a need in this use case for a bigger bandwidth, so no need for the optimal power. And we realize indeed also in the context of public tenders is that sometimes you have technologies that are proposed inside a tender because of the fact that it's a standard, an available standard, and also that you have potentially more supplies in the country. So public tenders also tend to look at technologies that are provided in a country by more than one party. So Proximus is deploying now Narrowband IoT. I mentioned earlier that we were testing Narrowband IoT, so we're stage 4, we are deploying. We will be announcing and detailing the use case on which we work in the coming weeks. 5G is not that far away. What I would first wanted to say is that indeed the use case that we install now with our LPWAN are very long-term use cases. The customers that we deploy are deploying for, let's say, 10, 15 years. So I'm convinced, and we are also there with those technology for a long period. Now, of course, we will see the 5G coming. I'm thinking that indeed all those different technologies will work together. Also, beyond IoT, the 4G and the 5G will live together as well. So it would be interesting indeed, and to see how the IoT and the 5G are working together with the existing LPWAN technologies, but they will coexist, because indeed the customers will still be there with the use cases we install today.